Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is your girl, CEO CWall, checking in. What's up? I see Wizards fans already joining the live discussion. What's up to my fam, Andre White? I see you watching. I'm going to wait for everyone to start coming on in. It's been an interesting 2 weeks. Can you all believe it's been 2 weeks since we all saw each other? I mean, I don't want to jump right into the happenings in DC sports. I do want to know how you all are doing. I see my mom has checked in. I want to see how folks are doing. It's been 2 whole weeks. We had a Thanksgiving holiday, a lot to be grateful for and thankful for. So we got to check in and say what's up to everybody. My sister Joy, CWall team member, very good friend of mine. You all say what's up to my mama. And everybody tell Joy happy birthday. Joy had a birthday on Tuesday. So we want to make sure we are celebrating her. I see my sports colleague and very good friend Darrell Owens of Legacy Maker Sports is on. Stephen Dennis checking in from Hampton, Virginia. My second home down there in Hampton. What's up, Stephen? Cameron Mingo. I know you've been waiting. For this right here. You guys, look. First things first, right? I want to see how you all are doing. Make sure everyone is staying safe. And I also want to make sure that you all are sharing this show with your DC sports loving family and friends. You can always watch this show later. But isn't it so much fun when we all get together and talk about this thing live and talk about everything that's going on in DC Sports Live? Listen, you know we're going to start this show off with talking about the Wizards. And then we will close the show out talking about the Washington football team. So make sure you all are getting the Wizards fans on up in here for show. Because we got some things. Tag a friend, like Joy said. Share. We have a lot to discuss. So, we're about 3 minutes into the show. Let's hop right on into it. So, Wizards fans. Wizards fans. John Wall got traded. So, Darrell is on. He's on the virtual stream, chatting. And you all know Darrell was on the show 2 weeks ago, right? Right before the Thanksgiving holiday. What's up, my sister Tina? And 2 weeks ago was when the news dropped of the rumors that the Wizards had been in communications with Houston about a trade, a swap, Russell Westbrook for John Wall. But what had happened was conversations stopped. There was no longer any traction on the discussions. There was also a mention that the Rockets wanted more assets, right? So we came on the show, Darrell and I, and we were like, wow, we got to see what happens. Of course, this then was the night before. This news broke the night before the draft. Then we were on that Thursday. And it was kind of like when we signed off, we said, hey, let's just make sure everything, we hope everything is calm. We hope everything is going to be calm. And we almost made it 2 weeks, didn't we, y'all? We almost made it 2 whole weeks without a lot of craziness. But as Darrell put in the chat a moment ago, when is there a dull moment in DC sports? Never. Never, not ever. So, with that being said, I want to read you all's initial reactions to the CWall trade. And while you all are sharing that, let's go back and kind of rewind a bit of what happened after the last time we all got together. There was a media call. You know, we went through free agency, and the Wizards picked up a few players here and there. And not to mention, we have like not even discussed. We haven't even discussed who the Wizards have picked up in free agency. So that Sunday, there was a media call with Wizards general manager Tommy Shepard. Tommy Shepard shared that there were no plans to trade John. He went on to talk about how he was with John that morning, and John looks great, and he's been working out, and he just looks phenomenal out there. They're getting ready for the season. And he continued to talk about all the things that they're getting ready for in this season. Okay, now, y'all know me. I'm on the Zoom call, and I'm saying to myself, want to give a shout out to Chris Miller of NBC Sports Washington, who's absolutely awesome. Chris tweeted out, where there's smoke, there's fire. So listen, Chris was right. And we all knew there's smoke, there's fire somewhere. So Tommy Shepard went on here to talk all this and that about, not trading him, no plans to trade him, which is actually, when you think about it and you sit and you think about the semantics of things, he was telling the truth at the time. There were no plans. But what he failed to mention, and let me be clear with everybody, they don't have to tell us publicly, right? They don't. What he didn't mention, though, publicly, was that there had been conversations for weeks about trading John. Right before that, and Tina, your point is bringing this back to my mind about John wanting to be traded. John did not want to be traded. John wanted to be in Washington. Let's all be very clear about that. What happened was that the news was leaked. I believe, this is my opinion now, leaked purposely to get a reaction out of John, which they got. They've been trying to trade John for weeks. John found out he was getting traded or about to get traded when we found out. So he's never been in trade conversations before. It's never happened, never, not ever. And now here you go, you on Twitter, just like all the rest of us, finding out that there's conversations about you getting traded. So what is that going to do? That's going to bring about an emotional response. So if we go right on back to Tommy Shepard telling everybody, no plans to trade John, which there were absolutely, no, not that day, but there had absolutely been discussions had for quite a while about trading John to Houston. Or any takers, quite frankly. So with that being said, 2 days later, John is at his CWall Foundation Thanksgiving event. He's asked about the trade rumors and if he wanted out. John, in my opinion, he smirked, whatever the case may be, but he absolutely said no comment. That was my sign. I don't know about everybody else, but even from a media perspective, I can put my fan hat on and I can put my media hat on. But from a person, fan, media, I knew at that moment, I said, John is getting traded. He know it, and I hope everybody else know it. They got to figure this thing out because he knows it. He know. Now, was it still a processing of, well, are they going to trade me? Are they not going to trade me? Because there's also information that's coming out now that's saying they told John, even after the rumors, no, we're not going to trade you. No, absolutely not. No way. Never. No. We would never. That never happened. But we all know that that's not true. It was happening, and it did. Let's just go ahead and say that. So we go through all of that. And my girl Tia is checking in. Everybody say what's up to Tia. Tia, long-standing season ticket holder with the Wizards. So she knows all of these people. She gets it, and she's around, of course. And it's like, now we all got an issue. Because if you're really paying attention, it becomes, well, why y'all lie? You didn't, I mean, lying is part of the business, I suppose, but it's also not a good look. If your player comes to you and tells you flat and asks you flat out, is this true? And you say, no way. I wouldn't trade you. I'm not trading you ever. And then you get traded. Somebody's telling a whole lot of stories that are untrue. But at that moment, we're going to go back to what Chris Miller said. Where there's smoke, there is fire. John Wall has been traded. I'm going to say this. Because I think it needs to be said. And I see folks that say, well, John didn't want to be here. Well, that's you know, it's not about whether or not, because here's the thing. I see your comment, Cameron, and here's the thing. The media was telling the truth. The rumors were like, he's getting traded. This is what's happening. The organization said, we're not trading him. So that's the kind of information that's when I start to have an issue. And this is being me speaking as a fan or me speaking as media. There's a level of integrity there that I feel like gets crossed. No player should have to find out where we found out that their name is in the trade market. That's not cool. And that's not I just don't like that aspect of it. And I think that there's better ways to handle that business where a player isn't finding out on Twitter that their name is in trade conversations. It's just a better way when you already knew that this trade was going to happen. So let's be real clear about this. They knew that trade was going to happen. They knew it. So the business of sports, you know, it's not just basketball, my sister Tia, it's sports. It gets muddy. It gets really muddy, and feelings can't get involved. Feelings cannot get involved. Here's what I want to share with Wizards fans that have an issue with this move. I hear you. I feel you. I get it. Because when I take my media hat off, guess what? I'm a fan too. I'm a fan of this area, and I'm blessed to be able to cover my favorite teams. I am. And this one was a tough one. Now, this one was a tough one for your girl because I'm a John Wall fan, but I also cover the Wizards, right? And I've had a week or so to swallow this news, understanding and already knowing that it was coming. It was coming down. It was going to roll on down the hill for sure. And that kind of bothered me, but I understand the business aspect of it. So the fans that feel some type of way about this, guess what? I think that you have every right to feel some type of way about it. You have every right to say, this don't feel right. This isn't right. I don't like it. I don't like how it was done. It hurts. You have that right. I understand where you're coming from because here's the thing. For those that said that John had a bad contract, that contract was terrible. It was one of the worst in the league. Absolutely. John was absolutely in the club way too much. And it's also true that the Wizards didn't win anything with him. They didn't win nothing with them. Nothing that mattered. They didn't win anything with them. All those things are true. But another thing that is true is that John Wall loved this city. He loved this city. And I'm going to also share with y'all that he was very hurt by how it just came out. Now, some people going to be like, oh, that's sensitive. That's this, that, and the third. Hey, listen. It is what it is. You wouldn't want to find out you lost your job on the internet either. And that's just the reality of the emotion side of it, when you have loyalty to a city and loyalty to what you love to do. He did a lot for the community, and nobody can take that away from John. So for everybody that's feeling some type of way, trust me, I feel you. I get it. I'm going to keep telling y'all that. I feel you, and I absolutely get it. But here we are. We've got to move forward. And guess what? We're moving forward with Russell Westbrook. Now, let's be clear about something. Because here's the thing. You can feel some type of way about the move and still understand that Russell Westbrook is a dog out there on that court. He is a beast. A beast. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. And James, I'm seeing your comments below. Funny enough, one of the reasons why Russell Westbrook was okay with coming here is because of Scott Brooks, in the relationship he had with Scott Brooks when he was in OKC. Chris Miller of NBC Sports Washington and others have noted when the Wizards played OKC when Westbrook was still there, Westbrook is so competitive that he don't want to shake hands with nobody before the game. He don't want to even deal. He don't want to fool with nobody before the game. But when the Wizards came to OKC, Russell Westbrook got up off that bench and came over there and he embraced Scott Brooks, laughed and joked with them. Then he went on and got ready to play his basketball game. He has a solid relationship with Coach Brooks. And guess what else? Everybody loves Bradley Beal. Everybody. So the opportunity to play with Brad is one that folks love and enjoy and marvel at the opportunity to do so. We're going to miss John. Exactly what Johnny Leon said. But we got to move forward. John has to move forward. We have to have our moments to grieve and feel sad. But it is what it is. Listen. One thing that I believe, and I asked this question earlier on a few of my social media pages, and that was, does Russell Westbrook make the Wizards a better team? Here's a hard truth, everybody. As much as I love him, CWall hasn't played in 2 years. He hasn't. So this team, we don't know what he's going to look like with this team. We would have had no clue. And oh, by the way, I believe John is going to have an amazing year. Okay? I do. I know he is. Best of luck to him. Good Lord, I'm going to miss him. But, hey. But let's not act like Russell Westbrook is a slouch. Ain't no slouches coming to this city now. Now, if we had to swap out players, then that's what we did. Essentially, when I asked the question, well, are the Wizards better with Russell Westbrook? My answer is yes, because this isn't a team that we even know where CWall is going to fit. We don't know where John was going to fit. Everybody's asking the question of, well, where is Westbrook going to fit? Is there enough basketballs to go around? Well, Russell Westbrook didn't stop Harden from shooting 50 jumpers every night, even though he missed most of them. He still was shooting the ball. You see what I'm saying? This is a conversation that we would have had to have whether it was John or Russell. Period. You would have had the same question. Everyone's saying, well, Russell Westbrook is a ball hog. Well, they said the same thing about CWall. At a point in time, CWall was getting criticized for holding on to the ball too long. Listen, come in here and ball out. Here's what I believe. Let me go ahead. I'm just go ahead and get this out of my chest. I don't know. We're not getting LeBron. Okay? We're not getting LeBron. And the point of the first round pick, the pick is protected. So here's the thing, and I think this is an important thing for folks to understand about the first round pick. If you are in the lottery, what it means by protected is if the Wizards end up having to pick within that lottery, the Wizards can keep their pick. If they're good and they don't pick in the lottery, then Houston gets it. So guess what? If the Wizards just so happen to be sorry for the next couple years, they still keep their first round pick. It's protected for the Wizards. So it's a protected pick. It's Russell Westbrook good, y'all. He's good. Real good. We got to stop acting like Westbrook is trash. He's not. He's good. He's very good. We got a player of equal value, if not an upgrade. That's the key. That's the key. Equal value or an upgrade. You're not getting anybody. Listen, if Ernie Grunfeld would have did this, we would have gave away everything for a pick in 2025. That's what we would have got out of that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is we didn't go down. We didn't go down. Here or up. That's what we got. That's what we got. We're gonna all miss John. I'm gonna miss John, but let's all put our objective hats on now. A dog. That's what we got in Russell Westbrook. Now y'all might John on his outfits. His outfits might be a little off, you know. But look, it is what it is. Absolutely, Curtis. I said that before you joined. John was absolutely DC family. I said that repeatedly at the beginning of the show. But we all got to move forward. I see folks talking about Russell Westbrook's accolades and his individual accolades. Well, my response to that is this: they matter. If we're doing comparisons, guess what? Those are accolades that John didn't get. So we got to stop doing the comparison, other than understanding that if we didn't get we got the same caliber of player, we're not going to do worse with them. That's a fact. Barring any injuries, we're not going to do worse with Russell Westbrook. Okay? That ain't going to happen, y'all. At all. At all. It's not. So from that perspective, don't worry about being worse. If he's healthy, we will not. It won't even go down like that. We ain't gonna be terrible. Because he's not terrible. He takes too much pride in his game. He takes too much pride in who he is on that court. Another thing to consider is the attractiveness of a Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal led team to others. The team isn't getting any younger. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting any younger. They got more people in here coming in. If anything else, keep this in mind. Hear me out on this. Russell Westbrook will challenge Brad. Because here's the reality. What veteran came in here and could really teach John and Brad? We know John is not here, but really elevating Brad's game as well. Every other super team, they all play in other places. Not that this is a super team, but what I'm saying is when these super teams get together, everybody ball out. Now you got two stars here and everybody worried about who get the ball. Who cares? Shoot it, score. Thank you. I don't care which one of y'all shoot. Did we win? This is what we got to consider. Nobody's concerned. When LeBron got AD, I don't think he cared about who was getting the ball. Whatever you do, please win. Thank you. So listen, we have to start thinking like that. Because guess what? That's the culture of this type of NBA. The way the Wizards are trying to grow from the ground up and all that, guess what? That's not what everybody doing. People out here teaming up, that's what they do. That's the culture. And that's okay. I know that irritates people because it irritated me for a long time. But that's exactly what's happening. Going back to Tia's point about Paul Pierce being the last vet that they could really learn from to elevate the young players. They need somebody in here. We need somebody with that competitive pedigree that's going to make it interesting. That's going to make them work for you. Oh, you want this basketball? Oh, you want it? Take it from me. In practice, take it from me. Because guess what? I can make the shot. Can I trust you to make the shot? That's the whole thing. That's the attitude that needs to be had. What you worried about who gonna take the shot? I'm taking the shot. Can I trust you to take it and make it? You can take it, but can you make it? That's the kind of attitude that we need up in here. And so I'm a Miss John. Trust me. You know what? If I'm being completely transparent and honest with y'all, when I was going through my script for the day, I was like, Lord, can I get through a CWall discussion because I'm getting in my feelings a little bit. But then I had to say, you know what? I'm going to do what the Wizards did, and it's business first. Let me put these feelings to the side, and let's go ahead and talk basketball. Because that's what it is. Let's see what they do. I can almost guarantee they're not going to be worse. Barring any injuries, they will not be worse. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all straight up and down what I can't wait for now. Brooklyn. I can't wait for the Wizards to play Brooklyn now. I can't wait to see that. Seriously. Okay? We miss John. John gonna miss us. But everybody's got to move on. Everybody. John gonna always be DC family, like you said earlier, Curtis. He gonna ball out. He absolutely is. And guess what? Russell Westbrook gonna ball out too. Because when has he never? When has he not? When has Russell Westbrook not balled out? So I'm just saying, he's gonna give his best. Absolutely. And you think about it, and I see what James Chisholm is saying, and I'm like, hey, everybody can say, okay, this isn't the same Westbrook. They can say it's not the same John because he's coming off an injury. Guess what? We're dealing with two people that have been swapped out, and guess what? Both of them got something to prove. Both of them. John in Houston, Russell Westbrook here in DC. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it and see what happens. Y'all good with that? Are we ready? Are we ready, CWall Sports and Entertainment family, to embrace Russell Westbrook and tell him welcome to DC? We have said our goodbyes to John. We know we love John. I hope John knows we love him. He might have some issues with the organization right now, but guess what? He know his DC family love him. But are we ready to embrace Russell Westbrook? Are we ready? Let me tell y'all something. And let me tell y'all something else. Russell Westbrook fan base, they've been following me all day on Twitter. I'm like, I don't know where y'all came from, but hello and welcome. And don't unfollow me if he ever leave, okay? Because that'd be the other side of that story. We're not talking about that now. We're going to be positive. Tomorrow morning, Tommy Shepard and Scott Brooks are meeting with the media tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. This is going to be interesting. So, we'll see what happens, y'all. We will absolutely see what happens. But we got to move on. Okay? We got to move on and prepare to be entertained and embrace Russell Westbrook. Because, hey, guess what? He got traded too. So, he in the same situation as John. Like, look, I don't know. But, hey, we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it do exactly what it do. Washington football team fans, you're up next. We spent a whole 30 minutes talking about the Wizards. So guess what? I'm going to take my sweet time talking about the Washington football team, okay? I'm not going to rush this Washington football team conversation because the Washington football team deserves a lot of kudos and conversation. Washington football team fans, check in. I need to see some love emojis, some fire emojis. What's going on? How are we feeling, Washington football team fans? How are we feeling? How are you doing? Let me know. I think I see my guy Randall Martin, 85 South, Washington football team fans. Let me tell y'all something. And in this section, Sherrod, my brother Sherrod and CWall sports writer, I see that he's on, and I'm going to be highlighting a lot of what Sherrod was talking about in his article that we published earlier this week. And let me tell y'all something. I almost called them the R word. Washington football, they beat the daylights out of Dallas on Thanksgiving, didn't they? My God. I'm going to tell y'all, because it was a little too tight for me. It was a little too tight for me. A little too tight for me during that game. But Dallas took themselves out with that fake punt. After that, let me tell y'all something. I said it. I called it. I said Dallas deserves to lose this game after that fake punt. Whoever called that fake punt is my hero. I'm going to tell you who else is my hero. Terry McLaurin. Oh! Terry McLaurin saved us, y'all. He saved us. I'm telling you. I have to talk about this. I have to talk about just the energy I felt when Terry McLaurin ran down, was it Jalen Smith? I don't know. Jalen Smith ran him down. And somebody had the nerve to try to push Terry. And Terry took off running. He was still running and caught him. Terry saved that play. And he changed the momentum for the team. Because the team now understood, we can't lose this. Then that fake punt, I think, was the sign to Washington football coaches. I don't know what they doing across there, but they're idiots. Let's go ahead and beat them down so we can get on back home. It's Thanksgiving. We don't have this kind of time for these fools to be dealing. The fake punt took me out, y'all. The fake punt took me down. I said, oh my goodness. They're terrible. They're terrible. Okay. Whew. I can talk about how bad they are for another 20 minutes, but I won't do that to y'all. I won't do that. Okay? But Terry, that fake punt, and Terry McLaurin were the two people that I said, those are my friends. Those two right there. Those are my friends. I'm sending them Christmas cards. Seriously. Let me tell you who else I was a little perturbed with on Thursday. Like, this person has frustrated me so much all season long. Then here we go against the Dallas Cowboys, but and here we go. We're doing every play known to man. That daggone Scott Turner. I've been hard on Scott Turner all season long. Many of us have been very hard on Scott Turner. And you know what? Scott Turner did all right last Thursday. I'm not willing to give a whole bunch of kudos, though, because he's upset me too much all season long. But let me tell you something. That's the kind of creativity that needs to continue to be displayed. Why not? Why not? Why not be creative? Why not open up the playbook? Why not? Why not? Now I gotta admit, I wasn't down with the Fumblerooski all like that, because I knew what it was. When I said, is that the play from the Little Giants from the movie? Oh my God, what is happening? I had to go get some more holiday nog, y'all. Eggnog. I said, Lord, please, what are they doing? But let me tell you something. It wasn't that play. It was the Logan Thomas play. When they put Logan Thomas back there at quarterback, why don't we use him more often? Because guess what? Logan Thomas played quarterback in college. He's the emergency quarterback on the team. Why not? Why not use him? Let's just be more creative. You have you have something to lose. You got the game to lose. But why not? You can be creative. And it be okay. Especially if the players get executed, then what do we? But see, Scott Turner, he did fine. I don't want to get too all in a whole thing on Scott Turner because I just you know how I am, y'all. It takes me a long time to give anybody a compliment, a real decent one from the heart, because he's bothered me all season long with his antics or lack thereof. But like Tina is saying, mix it up. Why not mix it up? What you got to lose? Listen. Alex Smith look good. He look better every week, don't he, y'all? I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. I'm going to throw it out there because where y'all at? Where's everybody that used to laugh at me when I told y'all Alex Smith's leg was fine? Where's everybody? Matter of fact, why don't you raise your hands right now and share and know that you were one of the ones that every time I said Alex's leg is fine, y'all like, there you go talking about Alex again. Yes. I was telling you, the leg is working. Alex is out there walking better than me. And good Lord, he can run faster than me. Listen, I told you, Alex was fine. Alex is better. Not better, but you understand what I'm saying. Like listen. That's right. Be honest, y'all. Told y'all. And I when I watch the pregame and everything, and I'm looking at Alex walk up and down the sideline, I'm watching him warm up, and I got to say this about Alex and the relationship that he's building with Haskins, because I think this is very important. Alex, I'd be like, look at Alex. He's up here. Alex is up here walking like he ain't never almost died over that leg. Seriously. He is up here just as vibrant and just, yes, he makes mistakes. Like Alex ain't perfect now. He's not perfect. But every week you see him coming back to almost how he used to be in terms of a game manager. Now, he had a terrible pick last week, right? And that's the one we were talking about with Terry saving the day. But they came right back and they recovered from it. And that's what you want to see from any of your players. You make a mistake, recover. We still got time. Recover. And that's what we're seeing him do. He's recovering. And he gets so emotional when he makes a mistake because he wants to still win so bad. Don't y'all see it? Don't y'all see that fighting spirit in Alex and how he wants to win? Oh, man. I'm like, and y'all think I'm playing. When I work out now, when my legs start hurting and start bothering me, I ask myself, when my legs start bothering me, I say, what would Alex Smith do? He would keep on going. I'm telling you, it's something else. It's something else. But let me say this about Alex and Dwayne Haskins' relationship. Sherrod published an article a couple weeks ago about Alex being one of the best things that could happen to Haskins' career. Pay attention. Pay attention. And I don't want nobody to say, oh, well, Haskins was like that anyway. He was that good anyway. No, he wasn't. No, he was not. Just tell the truth. No, he wasn't. Alex Smith being in an active role in the quarterback room this year and being in QB1 is showing Haskins everything he needs to know and teaching him everything he needs to know about how to be a quarterback in this league. Alex Smith being active will probably save that young man's career. I promise you that. He is learning in ways unimaginable. Trust me on that one. Keep rooting for Alex, because deep down, if you're rooting for Alex, you're rooting for Haskins because Haskins needs that daily example in front of him. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me also say this. The Washington football team is one game better than they were last year. Ain't that something else? Isn't that something? Last year they were 3-13, and now they got the nerve to have won 4 games. And now they won 4 games. I already see people saying, you all got all the confidence in the world in the Washington football team, don't you? You all believe that the Washington football team will give the Pittsburgh Steelers their first loss on Monday evening at 5 o'clock, don't y'all? You all think the Steelers going to lose? They're going to go down to the Washington football team. Is that what y'all think? Is that what you all are telling me? Let me tell y'all something. As Sherrod put into his article, these next couple games is going to tell us what we need to know. Now, here's a reality. Because this team has already won one more game than they did last year, technically, they're already better than they were last year. So, therefore, they have improved. Got to think like that. Therefore, they have improved. And Stephen, you're absolutely correct. It's a tough schedule going forward. Now, this right here, this is what we're talking about. This right here, this is something else right here. It makes me, I hate to go back in time, but I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to just go ahead and tell my CWall Sports and Entertainment family straight up. We should have beat the Lions, and we should have won at least one of them Giants games. Them two right there, those are the 2 games that get under my skin. The Giants game after the bye and that Lions game. Those are the 2 games that I'm like, ugh, had we just won those 2. I feel a little bit better about our chances in still winning the division going forward. I don't know what's going to happen on Monday. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm a genie. Because I'm not. I just don't know. But the team that shows up Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern is going to tell me a lot. It's going to tell me a lot. I want to see it. Not just because I'm a fan, it's just because I want to see. Because here's the reality. The Steelers are due to lose to somebody. Because they're not going, everybody, look, they're not going undefeated the whole season. So if they're going to lose to somebody, they might as well lose on Monday as far as I'm concerned. So Monday could be it. Monday could be it. Could be. I'm excited about this game. Normally I kind of be like, but I'm very anxious to see what team shows up. Before we close out, I'm having fun, y'all. Are y'all having fun? I hope you're having fun because I'm having a good time. I wasn't so sure about if I was going to have a good time since we had to open up the show talking about CWall. But you know what? This is fun. I'm having a great time like I always do with everybody. Got to say what's up to my guy, Jeffrey Mark Peterson Sr. Thank you for joining us. Bold predictions. It's been a long time since we did bold predictions on the game. So what are your bold predictions for Monday's contest against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Share them with me. And we got a first timer in the building. Eric Taylor. Eric, this is your first time here? Well, you got to come back next week. And the week after that, everybody say, welcome to Eric. This is first time here. No time like the present. Happy to have you. Joyce already got hers in. Steelers blowout, 21-3, Washington football team. Have we talked about Antonio Gibson? Cameron Mingo is talking about him. Another 3-touchdown performance. Antonio Gibson, he quietly killing him, ain't he? Look out for him. Look out. Look out for him. I'm loving it. I am loving all of it. And my girl Trina, I didn't know you were here. Hey, Trina. All right, Jeffrey says 24-21 Washington football team. As long as we win. Okay, see, we'll beat them. Yeah, we'll beat them. Yep. Baltimore could have. I thought they were going to for a minute. Miss right now, 21-14 Washington football team. 20-17 in overtime. Eric Taylor says, we got another first timer. Cord Wilson. Everybody say what's up to Cord. Cord, we're happy to have you. We're going to see you again next week. Now that you told us this is your first time here, we're going to expect to see you next time. Demar, what's up, my friend? 2 defense touchdowns up. Where's Sherrod? Sherrod has been asking, we've all been asking for a defensive touchdown, and we finally got it last week. Praise God. I'm serious. Too Cool for School says we actually might win. Hey, I'm with y'all now. Why not us? The Steelers are due for a loss. It didn't happen yesterday. And I saw some folks saying that now the Steelers will be energized because they played so bad yesterday. They didn't play well at all, in my opinion, but they won the game. So, Tina Moore, 24-17, Washington football team. Listen, y'all. Y'all getting me energized. Because, listen, the Washington football team had the nerve to score 41 points last week. I said, who is this? They were in burgundy and gold, but is this the Washington football team? It was 41. Big opportunity. This is a big opportunity for the team. The team has been struggling for years anyway to get respect again. And this is an opportunity. Huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. I want to share from Sherrod's article what he shared of exactly what Washington's offensive identity should be going forward, and that is to run the ball effectively, don't turn the ball over, minimize penalties, and make third down conversions when necessary. Sounds easy enough, right? Sounds easy enough. Run the ball effectively, which they've been doing a darn good job of. Don't turn the ball over. Pretty good. Got to get better there. But for the most part, it's not disastrous. So hopefully it won't be disastrous going forward. Minimize penalties. No dumb penalties. Please, no dumb penalties. And make those third down conversions. I think we got a chance on Monday, y'all. I think we absolutely have a chance. So hopefully when we get back next week, we'll be talking about a Washington football team win, and there will be no other breaking news going on because this has been a lot. But anyway, you guys, we made it. We almost made it a full hour together, y'all. We've been together for 50 minutes. But you guys, thank you so much for joining in the conversation. I can't wait to see you guys again. Make sure you are sharing this show with your DC sports loving family and friends. Like Joy is saying, shout out to all the essential workers. Wear your mask, wash your hands, be safe, and all those essential things that we need to do, and continue to practice social distancing. Listen, y'all. I had a blast with y'all. It was nice to be back. I was gone for 2 weeks. I wasn't gone, but I took Thanksgiving off. But we got an amazing run. Amazing run. Yes, because I saw Sherrod's comment. Two wins. Let's make it 3. That'll be an amazing run. And the game last week was extraordinary. in beating down Dallas. That was a great Thanksgiving gift. Make sure y'all check out the CWall store. Plenty of awesome gear there for you all. So much love to you all, and I will see you guys next week.